Peace, love, and blessings. This is the Sacred Empress Alitash, and I am here today to talk about the Capricorn full moon along with the Mayan moon energy for today. So let's go ahead and get started. So the new moon, this is the time that we want to initiate anything new in regards to goals, mindsets, any plans that we have, any new programming that we want to initiate. We love to do this when the moon is new. So the new moon is in the 20th degree of Capricorn. And some of the other energies when the moon is new that we want to tap into is the time where we emerge, we renew, we generate, we plan, we establish, we initiate, and we awaken. I normally like to use these terms associated with the new moon where we have a new seed and actually use these words in affirmation. What things do I want to emerge from this new moon? What things do I want to generate in this new moon? What things do I want to establish in this new moon? I'll actually write those affirmations out. But what area of your life needs new recognition and growth? Where do you see yourself 1 year from now? What do you need to organize and adjust to bring success in your life? These are some of the things you can consider as you're putting together your new moon goals. And it's really awesome and exciting because this is the first new moon of the year, and Capricorn is rich in some vital energies to really kickstart our year in terms of what we want to bring in that's new. So the moon in Capricorn, remember that whatever we start right now, it will come to fruition with the Capricorn full moon in 6 months. Capricorn is a feminine sign. It forces us to go inside and be passive of a sort. It's a cardinal sign, which means it is perfect to start things, and it's an earth sign. Capricorn is also ruled by Saturn. So some of the things we think about when it comes to the moon in Capricorn is achievement, ambition, our business, patience, being practical, productive, focusing on our self-mastery, and being disciplined. And normally, the moon, we focus on emotions, but when the moon is in Capricorn, it's in detriment. So we're really not focusing on emotions at all, but on getting things done. So the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn. So some of the things that we want to bring in our life with this new moon is order, structure, discipline, limits, obstacles, restrictions, the father, and the taskmaster. Now, one thing I like to say when we talk about restrictions and obstacles is the one thing that I want to say is that when we have a delay or when we have an obstacle or a restriction, that is what I like to call a state of grace. We are being delayed because there is something that we need to see, something we need to take in for our journey, and so when Saturn is around, it helps us to, make that structure, bring that order, and to actually see what we may be missing in order to have a proper foundation. Now, the other cool thing is that when the moon became new at 6:57, the planetary hour was also Saturn. So that means that Saturn not only rules the sign of the new moon, but the planetary hour as well. So this really lets us know that it's important that we bring structure, that we have order and discipline, and that any limitations, obstacles, and restrictions that I just said, that we just stop and take a good look around so that we can get any information that we might have missed. So that planetary that energy of Saturn is so prevalent in this new moon, so we can really get things going. Now, the other thing that I wanted to point out is that the moon has certain aspects going on that is going to open us up intuitively and psychically. So, as we have this fertile soil of Capricorn to work into, we're bringing to it our psychic and our intuitive abilities, which I'll talk about a little bit more when we bring in the Mayan sign for the new moon period. And so, this is the time I wanted to tell you that these energies are important for all of us, but you have a special area in your natal chart that is going to be activated by this Capricorn new moon. And if you are feeling the pull and the draw of the Capricorn new moon, please reach out to me for a reading. I'll have a QR code at the end, and we can dive into the area that is activated. For me, the first house is being activated. So everything about the self, appearance, any beginnings I might have, focusing on the body, first impressions, my self-identity, is going to be in focus this moon, which is really interesting because I dove into my yoga more. I am certified and will be doing yoga, teaching it really soon, but really feeling the urge to jump into it and thinking about how I see myself are really things that kind of started to be important as this new moon energy came around. So let's go ahead and get into the Mayan calendar aspect of the new moon. Now, you might ask, why would I talk about the Mayan calendar with the new moon? Well, the Mayan calendar gives divination, prophecy, and direction. And when we have a new moon, it's really important that we understand what direction we should take and what energy is available to us. So, the energy that we're focusing on for today is the blue overtone night. With it being a blue sign, that means we are transforming. We are in a space of transformation. So the goals and the long-term planning that we take the time to do when the moon is in Capricorn, it's really going to transform us. We have a really big opportunity to change the entire scope of how our life looks, how our business looks, how our love life looks, how our life looks with this blue overtone night. So the other thing that is really important is the blue night itself. So we want to think of it as what happens when the lights go off, like how there's a totally different vibration when the lights are off than when the lights are on, and we're able to tap into a totally different energy. So when we talk about the blue night, we talk about dreams, intuition, and abundance. So this is our opportunity to go into our dream. What are your biggest dreams? What are the things you really want to accomplish? Not just little dreams, but the dreams that would really transform your life. This is what you want to tap into during this Capricorn new moon energy. Now, we've already talked about how some of the moon aspects are enhancing our intuition. Our intuition is really important. The blue night is all about following our intuition and tapping into our inner our inner GPS. And that means that we are going to be guided. Let our dreams guide us. Let our inner feelings guide us. And just by the fact that we are talking about the night and talking about intuition, and Capricorn being feminine, we go internal. We are internal. We focus inside, and we are actually guided by the higher power of magic, which is us being ourselves 100%. When you are you, authentically, unapologetically, magic will happen. I guarantee you. Um, so now let me talk about the tone or the spirit energy. So the energy that we have going on right now is the overtone tone of radiance. This spirit energy allows us to create magic in the moment with the overtone tone, which is empower, commanding, and radiance. So empowering ourselves. How can you empower yourself to be your best? How can you empower yourself to get the recognition that you feel like you deserve in life, for you to accomplish the goals that are really important to you in life? This is the period to empower yourself. This is also the time period that we can command our environment, command our reality, to look exactly how it's supposed to be. And when we empower ourselves, when we command our space, our environment, ourselves, we are able to radiate the pure magic that we have inside. Now, we also have another spirit tone that is active with this new moon energy, and that's the solar tone of intention. This is the second spirit energy that we can work in that will bring us success. This is actually tapping into your intuition. So it's pulse, realize, and intention. The pulse is what's going on right now, what's active. Like, you ever walked into the room and you felt like, oh, somebody's been arguing, or somebody, there's been a fight, or oh, it just feels really, really good in here. Well, being able to check the pulse, get into the energy that is currently available, make certain realizations on it. So if you walked in a room and it felt like people were fighting, you might be like, okay, it feels like people are fighting, I'm going to get out of here. I'm feeling uncomfortable, I'm going to leave. Or it feels so good, let me come in and let me soak up this energy. And then move with intention. So this power of intention is really important, because it taps into this new moon by moving with intention, by realizing what your energy is and moving on it. And again, just realizing that we're guided by the power of our magic. Now we have some additional information that is supporting us right now. It's important that we ask questions. The yellow warrior tells us, ask the questions that need to be asked. Go into your night, and so what happens in your shadow, in your night, we have an abundance of something. People always like to think they're looking for abundance when we always have abundance at our feet. But the thing is to understand what type of abundance you are already rocking with. So if that abundance is positive or negative, it's really just realizing what you have a lot of. And based on what you have a lot of, you'll be able to decide what you need to do next. Now we are actively, I don't have it up. We're actively in the cycle of refinement. We're in a year of refinement where making adjustments is going to be crucial. But after we ask the questions that we need to ask without fear, and knowing that we have a natural intelligence that surrounds us, so we ask the right questions without fear, and we're going to get the answers to those. Now, if we want to make any kind of adjustments, we have the white mirror working behind the scenes in order to help us. The white mirror is all about perspective. Do you find yourself, well, the story goes with the white mirror is that we always kind of have three different personalities activated when something happens. We either are, or there is a judge, there is a person who feels like they are the victim, and then there's a witness. Um, the judge makes us feel like we're charged, we are found guilty, and we are punished. The victim feels like they're always being punished, and that they have no power. And the witness has the perspective of being able to watch the situation and make assessments um, with clarity, um, with that solar tone of intention. So, being able to be a witness, you can just see what the energy is. You can make certain realizations with detachment and move with intent, and that will allow you to shift perceptions. That's really important if we find that in our blue overtone night we have a lot of fear. Instead of having dreams, we're having nightmares. And how can we change that perception so that we're living in true abundance? So we also have to be aware of what our challenge is, or what is challenging us. And it's through our challenges that we are able to get gifts. And so it just so happens that the Red Skywalker is available for that. It allows us to explore any opportunity, any areas, um, with wakefulness, with attentiveness, with clarity, to be able to use it. Now it's a challenge because if we're in our blue night and it's fear instead of dreams, then we're going to kind of want to explore those nightmares. If we're doing it with awareness, then we're able to, with discernment, take out what we no longer need and tap into what we really want. Um, Last but not least, we have that blue monkey in the position of the guide. The blue monkey is really important in terms of this new moon because it's guiding us. In the calendar, the blue monkey can be a trickster, and because we have probably become too serious when the monkey shows up, and he's here to shake us up. The monkey is here to allow us to stop being in serious mode because we cannot manifest when we're so serious. Um, and the monkey tells us to play. So, whatever it is we want to have happen in our lives, whatever thing we are planning for long term, we need to then visualize it, then play it out, have fun with it, feel what it's like to actually be in your dream fulfillment, and continue to do that over and over because the universe is not aware that this is not what you want, that this is not what is happening right now. The universe sees that this energy is what is coming out here. Oh, they are being a doctor. Oh, they're being a lawyer. Oh, they're being a reader. And bring those opportunities for it to happen. The monkey also will bring up illusions, and you have the opportunity to break the illusions that come up from the night, in order to again fulfill your dreams. So if you start thinking about your dreams and then you're like, oh, well, I can't do this, because you have just identified an illusion that is ready to be eradicated. So it is up to you to use your power, use your magic, and get rid of the illusions that we no longer need, that stop us from being our best. And magic. We can be in a world full of our own magic simply by following the beat of our own drum, by following our heart's content, and doing what brings us joy. And that is when the abundance will kick in. The blue night is also ruled by Pluto, so transformations, endings, are guaranteed. We can let go of the things that we no longer need. We can transform into things that we want to become. We just have to be ready. So my question to you is, are you ready? Are you ready for your new existence, your new life? Because this is the first step, utilizing this new moon and Capricorn energy. Now, Another thing I wanted to point out is that according to the calendar, we're in the resonant moon of attunement. This is the number 7. This is the place of balance in the calendar. It's about becoming one with the things that are important to you. It's the spirit energy. Again, now we can work into to get into our magic. um, by channeling, whether that be channeling from spirit to ourselves or channeling our wants and desires to the universe. It's about inspiring and being inspired and being at one with who we are. The monkey is a totem, which allows us to explore new ideas, to embrace our inner child, to focus on our resourcefulness, what we already have available, and it also teaches us the value of community. Now, the resonant moon of attunement, just like any other month in the 13 moon calendar, there are 4 weeks of 28 days. We are in week 1, which is the week of initiation. And so, again, the energies are in tune. We are initiating a new area in our lives if we are willing to go into our blue night, if we are willing to go into our Capricorn and do the work. We have the opportunity to fulfill our biggest dreams, hopes, and wishes, and have the life that we desire. So, one of the last things I want to add about the Mayan calendar is just reiterating the focus of the year. The focus of the year, in terms of the calendar, is the white overtone wizard. Again, we have this same spirit tone of overtone, and radiating by empowering ourselves and commanding. So this has been the energy for the whole year that we tap into. So now is really important that we empower ourselves and that we command our skills and our energy and our reality. The white overtone wizard, the message for this year is so important that I never get tired of saying it. It never ever gets old. The important things with the white wizard is that we enchant ourselves. It's all about what we're saying to ourselves. When things happen to us good, what are we saying to ourselves? Are we congratulating ourselves? Are we celebrating? Are we encouraging ourselves to move forward? Or are we saying something else to ourselves? Like really, really focus on what we're saying. And if what we're saying to ourselves is not helping us out, it's not giving us a boost up, then we use the fact that the white overtone wizard is white and we refine ourselves. We adjust, we organize, we detox, we take out what is not serving us, that's giving us a hard time, and we kick it out. The other thing is our receptivity. What are our boundaries? What are we allowing ourselves access to? What are we willing to have come to us? Because what we are one with in our mind and in our heart is what is going to come to us. So being receptive to the right things is really important this year. And then it's the aspect of timelessness. What situations do you want to never end? What are situations that if you could activate them to stay in play forever, what would you choose? What would you work on? This is the message of the white overtone wizard, is to empower yourself. Like, what are you saying to yourself? What are you willing to allow? What do you want to last forever? And then empower yourself to make those things happen. Command your environment so that these are the only things that can stand, is focusing on what you want and not on what you don't want. The energy that we have right now, it is vital because of I want to come back to that because we're in the 111 portal. This is a powerful energy and manifestation. Our thoughts are very important and they're very magnetic. So the things that we are thinking and we're really, really feeling those thoughts, they're going to attract really, really quickly right now. And that's what we have to be mindful of. We're manifesting our thoughts into reality really fast. What we are one with is already here, and we're going to begin to see it. The number one by itself is motivation, individuality, new beginnings, self leadership. Master in number 11 means, again, we're very intuitive. It's the place of the dreamer. Our potential for growth and spiritual enlightenment are here right now. So we have to be very, very mindful of what we're thinking. Think only of what we want. And even if we think of something that we don't want that makes us feel icky, and uncomfortable, then just flip it. Think the opposite and watch how your energy shifts when you use that monkey energy and play with what you really want. Now let's go back. We have two chakras that are important with this new moon. We have the root chakra, which focuses on our safety, security, being grounded, our roots, our manifestations. When we are tapping into our roots, how safe we feel, how secure we feel in who we are, how grounded we are is really going to set the stage for our manifestations. So if you need to tap into your root chakra and get it cleared, you can look me up as well. I definitely do chakra clearings, but this root chakra, the mula, it's not coming out right today, y'all. The root chakra is really important in being able to make those long-term plans in clarity, in fearlessness, and excitement. The root chakra is really important. So some herbs and some essential oils you can use to tap in is clove. Clove is a big protection energy. There's cedar wood, that's vetiver, cypress, and rosewood. Some crystals that help us tap into that root chakra is garnet, ruby, tourmaline, smoky quartz, and bloodstone. You can use just about any black stone to help you tune into that root chakra energy. The other chakra that's really important is the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus is our inner sun. It's our self-worth. As you can see here, our personal power, our self-respect, our control, our willpower. If our solar plexus feels good, our radiance can be far and wide, and people can feel our confidence and be attracted to that. If you're not, it can have the opposite effect. Some oils or herbs that can help you: rose oil, lemongrass, juniper. I cannot say enough about how powerful rose oil is. Our bodies, human bodies and plant bodies, are really similar. So if we utilize the essential oil, it really combines with our system. Rose oil can raise your vibration without you feeling like your vibration, without you being able to raise your vibration. Rose and neroli oil, those are two of my favorite essential oils. They can change any mood or vibration in a millisecond. If you cannot get any other oil, rose oil should be on your list. Now, rose oil is expensive unless you find it on Amazon, and there's reasons for that. I won't go into them, but find yourself a pure brand of rose oil. Get it, even if it's a really tiny bottle of it, because a little dab will do you. It will serve you swell. Lemongrass and juniper are also great oils to help us with that solar plexus chakra. Some crystals that we want to use is topaz, citrine, and tiger's eye. So I have grown in my power. I believe in me and my gifts. I was born to share my gifts so I can move and share in my power. I share with love so everyone can achieve, everyone can grow and expand as they command. This is what you need to say to yourself. I am power. I am success. I am fearless. Look at me now. Look at what we can do. I believe in me and I believe in us. I'd like to thank you so much for taking part in listening to my Capricorn new moon energy. If you're interested in seeing where this energy is going to manifest in your life, please hit me up for a moon reading. Also, if you want to see where you stand in terms of the Mayan calendar, like what powers, what aspects you have, please tap in with that QR code and sign yourself up for a reading with me today. Also, please follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you so much. I'm the Sacred Empress Alitas, your melanated Mayan mystic, and enjoy, plan, and build during this Capricorn new moon. Peace and love.